It was an extremely mind-bending interview. The candidates were stunned as soon as they received the test papers because the papers were blank. No one dared to make a move, as just moments ago, the examiner had announced 3 rules. It was forbidden to dirty the test paper, communicate with the examiner or the guards, or leave the room. Violating any of these rules would result in disqualification. The examiner also mentioned that there was only one question in this interview, and only one answer was required. Finally, he asked if there were any other questions, but no candidate dared to respond. The examiner then started the timer and turned to leave. As time ticked away, the candidates grew increasingly anxious. At this point, an Asian woman couldn't sit still any longer and started writing her answer directly on the test paper. However, as soon as she wrote the opening, she was pushed out by the guards for violating the first rule and dirtying the test paper. The others quickly put down their pens. That's when Stephen realized something. Since the examiner had mentioned 3 things they were prohibited from doing, did that mean they could do anything else as long as they didn't violate those 3 rules? For example, could they stand up, walk around, and talk? Sure enough, when he did all these things, the guards nearby didn't react at all. The other candidates gradually relaxed and started pondering why the test paper was blank. Laura thought that perhaps they needed to use a special method to make the text appear on the paper, such as using light. The others agreed, as they needed to find the interview question as soon as possible. So, they began conducting experiments, carefully examining the test paper under the light source, but they didn't notice any changes. Suddenly, Arthur had an idea. Maybe they needed to use a special kind of light, like X-rays, ultraviolet rays, or infrared rays. However, there was no related equipment in the room at all. Just as the others were at a loss, Catherine said that there must be emergency lights in the room, and maybe those were a special kind of light. They decisively smashed the lights in the room, and sure enough, the emergency lights came on as soon as the room went dark. They quickly brought the test papers over to experiment, but the result was the same. Nothing appeared on the paper. Danny felt that they might not have found the right color and that there might be other lights. At this point, Tina noticed that the upper half of the light tube wasn't lit, so they smashed it again, and an orange light came on. Everyone ran over to experiment again, but still, there was no change. Due to copyright restrictions, the movie can only bring everyone up to this point. This movie is called Exam.